Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 19 of this Let's Play series. So in the previous episode we harvested our fields of soybeans. At the moment I'm just on my way up to the central grain elevator to sell the last of the soybeans that was left from the harvester fields 15 and 14. So they're all done now, all our fields are all fully harvested. So we'll sell this load and then we'll head back to the farm. I've leased the plow so we can extend field 19 and then look at joining 14 and 15 together and extending those where we can as well. We've also got 2 more horses that are ready to be taken up to the animal dealer so we can sell those and then get 2 more to take back to the paddock. So we're going to have that money coming in. Plus the money from selling this. We didn't quite fill up the trailer again. I think off field 14 we only got around about 6,400 litres, so not a huge amount off that one. A little bit less than I anticipated. I thought we'd get close to 8,000-9,000 litres, fill the trailer and possibly have a little bit left over. So this is currently the best price. It's around about 2,700 per 1,000 litres. Which is a little bit better than we was getting in the previous episode, not by a huge amount. So that's another $54,811. It's taken us up to 220,000. So what I'll do is I'll get back to the farm and we can start looking at extending fields 19. There's also a few other things we need to do around the farm today as well, topping up the animals' feed, water and stuff like that. Right then, so we're just back at the farm. What we'll do, we'll get this parked up. I've got the plough all ready to go on the Maxim, so we can jump into that. I've already cleaned up all the animals' feed troughs. They've already made a little bit of a mess, but they're all sorted. I would say we do need to top up their feed for the horses. I think they need some oats and hay. Not sure if we've actually got any oats, so I think oats are definitely one crop we need to plant in one of the fields. This for next time we do them. Possibly get some more wheat or barley as well. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking this field out towards this dirt track a little bit and then around that way. So if we turn the plough around, what I'll do first is I'll just go around, put the outline in of where the new field boundaries are going to come out to, and then we'll plough in the in-between bits. If I select allow create field, I can drop that down and bring that probably out to there. I don't want to go too close to that dirt track, so probably out to there. What I'll do then is, as we go around ploughing, there'll be certain sections where we're going to have to just smooth out the terrain a little bit. There's going to be the odd bump here and there, just to make it easier on the combine and when we're doing the seeding and stuff. But so with all the grass in the way, it's difficult to see exactly where you need to do it. I don't want to waste money on doing the whole area if it doesn't actually require any smoothing or levelling being actually done. It does mean that where we do the areas we will need to just go over it again with the plough, but I'd rather do that than say waste money. So if we can bring it all the way around here and make the most of this area and extend our field quite a bit, it's going to add a lot more area to the actual field and we're going to get a lot more crop off it as well. Now I'm hoping there's no tree stumps still left up here, because there was quite a few trees. Pretty sure I've managed to get all of them last time we cut down the trees up this section. Now we've got this quite a big bump here which don't really want to try and get rid of, so what we'll probably do now is just cut back down towards the actual field and then go around that. We could level that down a little bit, but that would cost probably quite a bit of money. So if we bring it back down this way and then bring it around here, and then we'll just join back up with the field a little bit. We probably get a little bit more off that slope. It's starting to get a little bit steep going up there though, so probably won't go up any further. Probably just leave it at that. And then this end here we can also just take it out a little bit. It would mean obviously every time we do the harvest we'll just do a few rounds like round the headlands first, so then when we do get the worker it's not turning off the field, it'll stay within the field boundaries. So you can see that bit there's quite bumpy, so that's going to need smoothing out. And also we could get rid of some of these bushes as well. So we bring that back round and join up with this corner. And I think that'll do for the new field boundaries. So what I need to do now is get all the area of grass ploughed in.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, while we're young.
Okay, so that's pretty much all the ploughing done. There's a little bit down the end we need to do, but that's our new field extension on field 19. So it's a bit of an odd shape, but it has added quite a decent size area. So if we just have a look at the map, so you can see this was the previous field where we harvested the soybeans, and now we've got this light blue extension round. Would be nice if we could level that mound down a little bit so we could increase that round a lot more, but I'm not sure how much that would actually cost to just level that out a bit. Maybe it's something we can have a look at in the future, but this section over here definitely needs some smoothing out. Around here, as you can see, it's quite bumpy, so I will need to smooth that out with the terrain tools. So if we can see here, so if we just gently try and smooth this out, we don't own that land. Okay, so we was allowed to plough it up, but we don't actually own that. I think it's because we're quite close to the actual boundary there. But you can see we are smoothing that out very slightly. I should have looked how much money we had before we started. And you can see I'm barely pressing that, it's going down by $1 at a time. And if you do hold it down, it does not continue to lower the money once it gets to a point where it can't smooth out anymore. So you don't have to worry too much about it, but sometimes you don't need to do a huge amount of smoothing, it's just that little bit to smooth it out. So I'm going to have to replow that section in. I think there's a little bit over here. Possibly, it's difficult to actually tell. Even with the all the bushes and grass out the way, I think there was just that little bit there, and possibly there. I don't think there's anywhere else on that bit. The other section was here. This bit here that was quite bad. Probably shouldn't have gone so far back over there, but never mind. We can always, now we've got the wild grass mod, I can always put grass back in, so that's not an issue around there. So if we smooth that out a little bit. So that's probably a little bit too much still. That's not too bad now. I think we was okay down this section. So I think that's pretty much it. So all I'll do is I'll get that finished ploughed, replay those areas back in, and then while I'm doing that I'll just check over, make sure there is nowhere else that needs doing, and then we can head up to field 15 and 14 and get those done as well, and then we can look to get these ready for reseeding. We are going to have to spread some lime on the ploughed area, so what I'll do is we'll just go over the entire field again with lime. Field 23 needs lime anyway, so we need to do that one. There is a few little areas I want to smooth out on that one as well, but I'm not going to extend that field. I don't think we can really go any further with that one. So we've got 14 and 15 we can join together and extend 15 out a little bit towards the road here. Join those two up, and possibly 14 down this section a little bit as well we could extend. We'll have a look when we get up there. So I'll get this done. I say we'll head up to 14 and 15. Okay, so we're up to fields 14 and 15. So again what we're going to do is just allow create fields, and I'll mark out the actual field boundary first. So if we go towards the road, I don't want to go too close to the road, because I know when you're doing straw swaths you can make it difficult for the combine to actually put the straw swaths down if you are too close to the road. Although our combine's not that small, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but still rather keep it away from the road a little bit. So we're going to, same as before, we'll just extend the field boundary out where we can along here, get rid of most of these bushes and just open this up out and join these two fields together. So I've got a worker currently doing lime spreading down on field 19, so on the vehicle inspector mod at the top we can keep an eye on that, on his full level. It'll be interesting to see how well he does with the new shape field and how much of it he actually managed to cover. So what I'll do on this one, we'll just do put the new field edges in, and then I'll get this all finished off camera before the next episode. As I say, we've got quite a big bump there that will need smoothing out. I'm not sure whether to go further down here. We may as well just utilise some of this bit of area down here as well. It's not being used for anything else. So again, it's going to be another odd shaped field, but we are going to have a much larger area. So I think we'll do it to around about here. Now there are quite a few bumps, especially there. That's quite a big bump there that's going to need smoothing out. as I don't want to really come any closer to the rail line. We may just do one strip down the edge of the fields. So we lift up the plough and turn that round, and what I'll do is I'll just keep the right hand side wheels just on the edge of the field, and then follow the edge of the field up just to bring that out a little bit. I'll do that all the way up to the top of there. I say then we've got that strip in the middle to join them together, so it's going to give us quite a decent sized field once we've got those joined. And if we do in the future buy 16 and possibly 17 as well, I don't know whether we join all 4 of those together or keep them separate, or join 16 and 17 together, or possibly join 16 onto this one, leave 17 on its own. That way then we can get some different crops in if need be, rather than having the one field, because technically at the moment, joining these together now, we'll technically only have 3 arable fields with 19, 23 and then 14, 15 combined. Okay, so as field 14 needs completely ploughing anyway, I've left a worker to do that. Thought we'd just come back down and quickly finish off doing the lime on this field. There's a few little bits where the worker had missed, but overall he's not done too bad a job. I mean, there's just this little section up the top. I think he's done pretty much everything down that end. Just that one little bit over there as well. So we'll just get this finished off, and then we need to get our animals sorted, top the water up and take our next 2 horses over to the animal dealer. And what I want to do is, we kind of, as I mentioned in one of the previous episodes about our pickup, is we don't really have much use for it now. So I would like to find some kind of use for it, but pretty limited to what we can do with it. So what I'm thinking is replacing our pickup with another one that we can use a gooseneck trailer on. And there's a couple of mods I've got installed now that we can have a look at. So it would mean replacing our animal trailer for one that's got a gooseneck hitch. That does give us mean then we can actually use a pickup to transport the animals, and it fits in more with this map than the Fleagle one. So we just get this tiny little bit on the edge here, and that should do for the lime. Let's just check the map. So field 19 is done now, no longer requires lime. We've still got 23 to do, which possibly put the worker on that now, fill up the tank. So you can see 15 where we've gone around the edge of that with a plough. So it's not adding a huge amount, but we've got all this extra space down here. We're going to have that strip down the middle, and then this little bit down here as well. So you can see the red area that requires ploughing. So we've got worker D working away on that. And I realised the tractor just rolled into the sheep pen, which I didn't break through the fence. So if I go and refill this, I'll get this over to field 23 and do that one. And get some lime spread on that one as well. Actually thinking I might just leave that for now and get that done after, as there's that one section I want to smooth out first. It will require reploughing, so I'll only have to go over it again with lime. I might as well leave that. So what we'll do is we'll take our pickup. Let's just, I don't think it was going to start then. What was happening then? So what we'll do, we'll take the trailer. I don't know if that trailer is a bit too big to connect onto here. Yeah, that ain't going to pull that. Alright, so we can't take that trailer up to the shop and sell it with a pickup, which is annoying. So that means I'm going to have to take that with the tractor and then take the pickup separate. Alright, what we'll do, we'll leave the animal trailer. We've got enough money, we can sell that after. So we'll head up to the store to sell our pickup. So we'll sell this one, we'll buy a replacement pickup. Okay, so we're up at the store. We've sold the old pickup. So what we're going to do is look at buying a new one. The couple of trailers. So we've got the original two in-game ones. I've got a few mods. Unfortunately, some of these are still work in progress mods. The 2019 Ram, which I really do like. The only problem with this one is the gooseneck hitch. If we put the attacher on, that gooseneck hitch is way too low for the gooseneck trailers that I want to use, and it just pulls the trailer down too far at this end. So can't use that one. This one's say still a work in progress. The rear tailgate doesn't open on this, so you can't actually hook up to any of the gooseneck trailers very easy. So the one I'm going to go for is this one, which is the 2006 Chevrolet 2500 Duramax. We'll go for no, that don't look good in blue. About black. No, it looks too dark. Red. No, I think we'll leave it white. I think actually white does look quite nice on that. So front, we'll just leave it as the road armor. So this is off the Expendables modding Facebook group. I can't put the link to the mod itself, but I can put a link to the actual Facebook group. So that's our new pickup. And what also we want to get is the animal transport trailer. So we're going to go with this one, which is the Wilson Ranch Hand. Again, this is off the Expendables modding Facebook group. So we'll buy that one. Same price as the Fleeger one we bought, 15,000. And it carries pretty much the same amount of animals apart from the horses. So it's only 6 horses as opposed to 9, but we're never going to be carrying that many. But the pigs and cows and sheep are all exactly the same quantities. I have noticed as well on this one, is not sure why, none of the others show it, but on this one you've got a $20 a day fee on it, whereas none of the others that shows. So not sure quite what that is, because obviously with the new maintenance system, the daily fees for vehicles is supposed to have been replaced with obviously regular maintenance on all of the implements, tools, trailers. So not sure why that one's showing a $20 a day. Not quite sure on that one. Anyway, so the other thing we want to get is a low loader, and we're going to get this Big Tex trailer. Again, this is off the Expendables modding Facebook group. We want the mega ramps, and we want the gooseneck hitch. Colour wise, we'll leave it as it is, so we'll also buy that one. And what I also want to get is a skid steer loader, so we can use this down to move all the pallets around, clean the animal troughs, stuff like that. So I think it'll be really handy for that. So we'll go with the wheeled one, as it's a little bit cheaper than the tracked version. So this is the L218 or L218, or whichever you prefer. So we also then need, we'll get the pallet forks. We'll just leave it standard colours. We've got a high dump bucket, which we'll need for cleaning the animal troughs. And then we've got a bale spear, so we'll get that one as well. We don't need a manure fork or anything like that at the moment. So we've just spent $117,300 on some new equipment. So we've got our new Duramax, the Wilson Ranch Hand for transporting our animals now. It does look nice and shiny. The Big Tex trailer, which is quite long, so we are going to get quite a lot of wool egg pallets on there when we take them to sell. It just means now we've got a pickup we can actually use rather than the one we had before, which kind of become a bit obsolete for uses. So all I'll do is get these hooked up. We'll get the skid steer on the back of the low loader trailer. We just unfold the ramps. Hopefully none of the implements are going to come flying off, or the skid steer itself, as we travel down the road. Now, skid steer is one thing I never really used much in 17, and I've only briefly used this particular one in one of the guide to videos I did. I think it was doing the cows, just showing cleaning the feed area, so only briefly use it, so it's going to take a bit of getting used to. They are quite nippy, and they do turn extremely fast as well. So if we get the bucket on and then the barrel spike we'll leave on the actual skid steer. So this is just going to come in handy, means we don't have to keep putting the front loader attacher onto one of the tractors, or well, onto the Maxim. It's the only one that will take the front loader. We do also want to look at getting that new tractor I mentioned in the last one. There's a few options I'm looking at. I'm not sure which one we'll get. If anybody does have any suggestions, then let me know down in the comment section. So I've got a choice of the New Holland T8, an Americanized version which I've downloaded. I'm also thinking possibly the Case Optum or the John Deere 7R. So that's what I'm thinking, kind of one of those. But I haven't quite decided yet, but something around that sort of power range, which they're all around about 300 or just over 300 horsepower. So what I'll do is I'm going to get all this back to the farm. I'll go back and get the horse trailer, or the animal trailer, so we can get our 2 horses up to the animal dealer and get those moved on. And then we need to just quickly look at topping up any water, hay or straw that the animals need as well. Okay, so I'm back with the new animal trailer. I did manage to get the old one up to the store on the back of this. It wasn't easy. There's a few places where it kept catching the ground, but we have got that back and sold that one now. So if we just back this up, we can load up our next 2 horses, which is Faith and Ufa. We'll get those moved over and confirm. Now all we need to do is get these 2 up to the animal dealer and sell these, and we'll get another 2 to replace them. Okay, so let's drop these 2 off and give us another $100,000. So I can't, oh there we go. I couldn't actually get it to go over to that side, so we'll move those 2 over. And then if we go to horses, I'm not sure kind of what colours we've got now, because I think I bought another grey before that we already had one. So we're replacing a black and a grey one. So if we get another black, and as for the other colour, I'm not quite sure. I will go for a Palomino. So that's $90,000. So we're back up to 228,608. So I'll get these back down to the farm. And so then we just need to have a look at doing the animal feed and stuff. So possibly over the next couple of in-game days we're going to have enough money then to get the new tractor. So we won't get it probably in the next episode, we'll get it the one after that. Just so got a little bit of time for anybody that's got any suggestions on what we should get. So I'm thinking, obviously, as I said before, the New Holland T8, the John Deere 7R, or the Case Optum, or anything else. If anyone's got any suggestions, I don't know if there's really anything else in that kind of range. Like small large tractors that kind of fit in. Obviously, there's the Fen, or a massive Ferguson. Probably want to try and get something that kind of fits in with this map a little bit more, and something I've not used. So the 7R I've not actually used yet, or any of the New Hollands. Right, so we'll just get these two dropped off. So we've got Trooper and Venus, so we'll move those over and confirm. I'll just leave the pickup and trailer there for a bit. So what we need to do is, if we go to the animal page and just have a quick look. So the sheep need some water. The chickens, I've topped up all their wheat. I did fill the other chicken coop up, so the new one, I did fill that up with more white chicken, so that's completely full now. So their wheat does need topping up a little bit. The horses could do with some hay. Their oats is okay for now, but they need water and straw, so we'll do that. Fortunately, we don't have an attachment for the bale shredder or the skid steer. What I do need to do though is get the pickup and get the skid steer off the trailer. So I think both our grass fields are now ready to fully cut. I did manage to get another layer of fertiliser on it. I did try in that one episode and it wouldn't let me do it, even though it let me hire the worker. It wasn't actually applying any fertiliser, but it is. Quickly just check the map. So they are both now fully fertilised, obviously just a few patches here and there. So we'll jump in our skid steer, and what we'll do, as we've got the bale spike on, we'll pop a wheelie as we come off the ramp. We'll just quickly get some hay bales for the horses. So we are down to our last two hay bales, so in the next episode we are going to have to get our grass cut to top up our supply of hay bales. As I mentioned in that one episode about just doing silage bales and selling them, then buying the hay bales, which I think I probably might do actually. Kind of makes sense. So if we just drop these two off here, I'll just double check they will take two. Don't know. Yeah. So that should keep them going for quite a while. As I say, I think the feed is like for 10 days now, as opposed to 6 as it was before, so that's going to keep them going for a while. But it would be nice to get some more hay bales, because we do also need them for the sheep. I'll just drop the bale spike down there for a second so we can get the pallet forks on, or the bucket. We will obviously need to use the tractor. There's no hitch on the back of this. We could use the pickup to do the water actually, so we can top up the water. So we just get the bucket off. I'll quickly clean the feed troughs. There's not a lot there. I might as well do it while we've got the bucket on. This bucket does look absolutely ginormous compared to the skid steer. Capacity seems a little bit low for how big it looks. So we'll just dump this back into their feed trough, and then we'll just quickly go and do the 2 chicken coops. Although there's really not a lot there. It's quite surprising, but I forgot I've only got the time on ×1 today. I do really want to tidy this area up as well, like the edges of these with the landscaping. Add some different terrain textures. So I'll just get that in. That's the animal areas all cleaned up. And I did say about leaving that tree, but I think I'm going to remove that one. I'll probably put another tree in going up that path there, but just want to move that one out of the way, as it looks a bit silly being so close to the front section. The last thing I want to do is get a shed built for the pallets to go in. So we've got this three-sided shed off the mod hub. I was thinking about fitting in there, but it's a little bit too big. Would be nice to have one slightly smaller that could just fit in the end of there. Would have been nice over there. So what we'll probably do is just get it somewhere over here, probably not that far back. We could put it that way. I think that way will probably be a little bit better. Not sure on the land there whether it's... We'll bring it forward a little bit. We want enough room to get in down the side there for loading up these sheep. If we get that in there, and then what we'll do is just clean up the terrain in front. We get rid of those weeds. Just tidy that little bit up. So we can store all our pallets in here. Get our wall pallets and egg pallets, all the full ones. Saves leaving them out in the side. I do want to replace this shed at some point as well for one that's just a little bit different from the in-game stuff, because we've got 3 of those. But at the time I think there wasn't much in the way of options. And it was also nice to get an actual vehicle shed that we can, with doors on, that we can actually put the tractors and the actual combine and stuff inside, rather than leaving them just out in the shelters. So what I'm going to do is I'll get all the pallets moved over. We need to finish getting fields 14 and 15 ploughed on the new section. Get some lime on that. I'll do the little bit of work on field 23, just tidying up the little bumps in that one, and then get that reploughed and get some lime spread on that one. So in the next episode we'll probably be looking at getting our fields all planted or seeded. Do want to get a planter, so we'll do at least one field with, I'm thinking doing corn, because we've not done any corn yet, and possibly field 19 as corn. And then we need to do at least one field of oats, so we can top up our oats, because I can't remember if I checked earlier in the episode. So we do have a little bit of wheat left. We've got no oats at all, and we've pretty much got nothing in terms of crops. So kind of got 2 pallets that I don't want. So yeah, we'll do one field of oats. We'll do one field of corn, or possibly 2 fields of corn. I don't know, we'll see. But we'll definitely need to do one of oats to top up our oats. Oh, I hate it when the pallets stick to the forks. So that'll be the plan, and we'll also need to get the grass field cut, so we can get some more hay, or said probably do them as silage bales, sell those, and then buy some hay bales to give us a little bit more money towards the new tractor. So if you do have any suggestions on which tractor you think we should get, then let me know in the comment section. As I say, I won't get it in the next episode, it'll be the one after, so you've got a bit of time to let me know before we actually buy it. So if you do have any other comments, questions or suggestions or anything, then again let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer any questions. If you did enjoy this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, I really do appreciate it. And if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, then please do consider subscribing. We have new Farming Simulator 19 videos every day. with the time-lapse videos, and then the Let's Plays will be probably every other day as we progress through this series. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.